2. Okay. Hello, my name is Jennifer Bannon, and I'm the Director of Admissions here at the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy. I'm very happy to be with you today. Also joining me is FMCA's International Relations Coordinator, Mahnaz. We want to spend this time together telling you a bit about us and also support you by letting you know about peers in your region, as well as exciting local organizations. We at FMCA are strong proponents of the idea that coaches can be the future of healthcare, which is why the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy was founded with the Institute for Functional Medicine over 5 years ago. In a world that's seeing a large increase in chronic illness, there's a new model catching on, and that's a doctor working with a health coach. Doctors are bringing in coaches, but others in the healthcare arena are also bringing in coaches. We're seeing growth in corporate wellness and the private sector as well. Health coaches are needed. Why? Because the model works. FMCA coaches are trained to work closely with clients around all of the modifiable lifestyle factors that influence health, such as sleep, relaxation, exercise, movement, nutrition, stress, and relationships. Our graduates gain a solid understanding of the foundations of functional medicine and its root cause analysis approach. They are fully trained to utilize many of the IFM resources, such as the timeline, matrix, and food plans. This background allows them to understand and, with the addition of their coaching skills, support the client to implement functional medicine treatment plans into their lifestyle. A health coach moves beyond the diagnosis prescription model to co-create and execute a plan with the client that inspires them on a path of better health. Additionally, under the delegation of the treating practitioner, a functional medicine health coach may be able to provide further assistance related to labs and supplements. A functional medicine health coach does not assess, prescribe, diagnose, treat, or interpret results. Our graduate skills are applicable to all of the types of practitioners, from nutritionists to naturopaths and integrative doctors. We are the magic ingredient in the area of behavior change. Our course is 12 months based on a series of learning modules. Content is uploaded onto an online educational platform called Canvas. You go through the program with a small group or cohort of fellow students guided by a course facilitator. 3 times a month at a time you self-select, you'll meet together on Zoom video conferencing to go over the material being covered and practice the coaching concepts being taught. We encourage you to spend time on our website for more information, download our info packet for details about continuing education and other particulars, and then please schedule a call with a member of our admissions team. Enrollment for our September 2021 class opens soon. We'll touch more on that later in this webinar. We welcome students from a variety of backgrounds, not just in healthcare. Now, without further delay, I want to introduce you to Mahnaz, who was in our July 2016 class. She's from the UK and currently lives in Saudi Arabia. Mahnaz wears many hats. She's a course facilitator, admissions team member, and our international relations coordinator. In her role as International Relations Coordinator, she supports our international community. I'll turn things over to Mahnaz now.
Thank you so much, Jen, and thank you all of you for being here. I was just looking at the screen and thinking, I'm so excited and so honored to be among this group of powerful and empowering Colombian women. So thank you all for being here today. As FMCA's International Relations Coordinator, I have the privilege of serving and supporting this forward-thinking, pioneering, and mission-driven international community of students that join FMCA. We have students from over 60 countries around the world, and these exceptional individuals are creating and driving positive change in health and wellness in their communities. So I'm going to start with Johanna Liao. She considers herself a biochemistry lover ever since she can remember. After searching for answers through health problems and pregnancy losses, she came across functional medicine. Now, as a wife and mother of two children, she faithfully believes in the power of creating community to transcend and co-create a more compassionate world. Johanna is a chemical engineer by profession, a functional medicine certified health coach, and also a certified tiny habits coach. She has worked for more than 18 years holding leadership, strategy, and vertical integration positions in several multinational companies globally. So, Johanna, you are the board president of the Colombian Health Coaches Association. Please tell us about your organization and its vision. But before you do that, tell us how and why it all came about.
Well, first of all, thank you so much to you and Jen for putting together this webinar. I feel like we are privileged to be today with you guys. Thank you so much. So, well, the idea of the association, of creating the association, was born basically on the need of getting the standardization of the health coaching practice in our country. That was like the main reason we said, okay, we need to do this. This is growing up so fast, but there is a lot of things we can do whenever we have an association, right? Like working together and just having just one voice. Also, I think that with COVID, we all learned that how important it is to have like a healthy lifestyle, right? Like and I think that made me think how we as health coaches we are able to support and help to improve the health of our society. So then from them, we were like, okay, let's get together, let's work together, let's see what we can impact or what we can do for our society and our community. So talking about the vision and the mission of the association, first of all, the association is a non-profit organization, right? Is based on our mission is to represent, the mission is of representing, supporting, helping to all the health coaches and wellness coaches in Colombia in order to standardize and to elevate. We want to elevate our profession in our country. And of course, we want to promote the continued education and the development of the health coaches. Our vision, we envision a world where all people can have access to a personalized well-being and they feel empowered to improve their integral health. So that's basically answering your first question, Magnus. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. So what are the offerings for coaches that want to join your organization?
So the Colombian Association offers a platform of networking where we will talk the same language, we will have the same purpose. We also offer the tools for further development of their competences. We offer continued educations, business tools, and also to have access to important contacts among other benefits. But I think that one of the most important benefits is that they will have the opportunity to be part of this advance of our profession in Colombia, where again, we will work together to elevate the health coaching in our country.
And I know that most of the ones who have joined right now are FMCA graduates, and that most of you are on the board and you are all graduates of FMCA. So we can see that functional medicine in and of itself is gaining huge popularity in Colombia. How are functional medicine coaches positioned to support this growth, and what are the benefits for them?
Yeah, Magnaz, you're right. Functional medicine is trending in Colombia right now. It has grown really, really fast from the previous years. And actually, when you see the forecast, you see that it will continue to grow even more in the coming years. So I think one of the good things is that we are seeing that more and more doctors, they are realizing that the health coaching plays a key role in their integral practice, right? I think that more doctors are understanding that only giving instructions to the patients to change their behaviors, right? To tell you need to lower your weight, you need to eat better, you need to exercise is not enough, right? That they did something that is is that they need more support, and there is where we as health coaches would play a really key role. So that's great that doctors, they know that there is a gap between what their patients have in their mind, right, and that what they really do, because they don't make the changes. So they are seeing the benefits of working with health coaches. And also, I think the other benefit for us that functional medicine is growing is, for example, that we are seeing in US, like insurances are including health coaching services, which is great because that will, let's say, open the door for us in Colombia to do the same in our country. So the more formalized we have it, the more standardized we have it, the minimum requirements, and the more organized we have the health coaching, it will be better for the doctors, right? So I think it's the thing that the functional medicine is growing, of course, is a really good benefit for all of us.
And I think it's perfect timing then with functional medicine going there, doctors getting interested, and you've created this association. So it all seems to be fitting in with perfect timing. Thank you, Johanna, for sharing that.
No problem. Thank you.
Right. I'll move on to Catalina. So Catalina Aristizabal has been working as a health coach and consultant since 2010. As a functional medicine certified health coach, she works with individuals, small, medium businesses, and large corporations by creating a health and wellness culture. Her work impacts employees' productivity, health, and the company's return on investment. Catalina is also the general director of the Colombian Health Coach Association. So, Catalina, you possess a vast amount of experience in health coaching, and you chose the FMCA program. What was the pull for you?
Well, the pull definitely was functional medicine. So I was first introduced to functional medicine thanks to a dear friend of mine, which he is a functional medicine doctor in Guadalajara in Mexico. And he called me one day and he said, Catalina, I have the perfect match for you. And he was right. When I knew I could learn deeply about functional medicine and combine coaching practices to that knowledge, it was just a mind-blowing for me. So the thing is that coaching is all about empathy. It's about going deeply into clients' struggles, feelings, behavior changes, and so much more. So functional medicine is also about that. Of course, applied to best practices that are really working. And that's why, as Johanna was saying, it's so popular right now and so increasingly needed in Colombia, for example. And what functional medicine does is that it really creates a difference in people's lives. So for me, I can say it was one of the best decisions I've ever made, because health coaching and functional medicine, they just really bind together and they really go together very well. So there's just like the perfect match, and it was the perfect match for me at that time, and it still is.
Well, that's really good to hear. So you're talking about combining. So how are you melding your corporate experience with functional medicine health coaching as well?
Well, it's funny because many years ago, I did an internship in corporate America inside a big corporation in New York City. I was living in New York City at that time. And what scared me the most was seeing that one of the best practices and the most applauded thing that you could do for the big bosses was staying late at night, very late at night in the office working, while during the day, the people were just not being productive. So that was like the first time I thought about the importance of creating new habits and working on behavior changes. Although at that time, I didn't know what that concept was, right? So what the thing is that people really need to go deeply into their lifestyle choices. What are the lifestyle choices they're making? Because that is crucial to achieving like true health. So functional medicine health coaching is all about helping people realize what they can include, like step by step, moment by moment, with the things that really make sense to them and that things that are doable for them, and how they can include healthy lifestyle behaviors and healthy lifestyle changes into their busy lives. So that is something right now, corporations and people, is something that everybody is needing right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's needed in all corporations all around the world. So that's a great example that you shared with us, Catalina. I'll move on to Ingrid. Macher. Ingrid is a very successful entrepreneur. She's known as the most influential Latina in the health and wellness market for the US, Hispanic, and Latin American communities. Ingrid is a certified holistic health coach, personal trainer, NLP master coach, international speaker, best-selling author, and the face of multiple magazine covers and a regular guest on TV shows and radio shows around the globe. She has millions of viewers or followers on social media, and she is a functional medicine certified health coach, having graduated from FMCA. Welcome, Ingrid. So,
Hi, how are you?
it's great to have you here. So, with all of these accomplishments, and there seem to be too many others to mention here right now, what drew you to FMCA?
In 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was already a successful coach, and I was doing all these TV shows, and my voice, it was very influential in our Hispanic community. But with this new battle in front of me, I started looking to find solutions for my own needs. And I realized that I was sure, because everything I learned in the past schools, everything I was doing, it was totally changing. So when I was making a decision to work with, traditional medicine and holistic medicine, I knew that it was something missing in there. And that's why I got approached to use or work with functional medicine doctors. And for that sake, as a big influencer, I feel like it was a huge responsibility for me, because I needed to change my message. In the first place, I did not understand why can somebody that being so healthy or doing so much exercise or teaching people how to have a healthy life have cancer. But, for this experience, it took me to, I need to do something about it. And one of my dearest friends, he's a very good doctor in Colombia. He's a functional medicine doctor. He said, Ingrid, I think you're missing one ingredient here, and you need to learn functional medicine so you can actually understand what happened to you, and you can go back with that message, win the battle, and then teaching other people. And, in 2019, I win the battle with breast cancer. And I win a new opportunity because I went to the school, I graduated, and it changed my life, my message, and my profession, and what I do every single day. And they pass the message to people that is, it's not just about diet, it's not just about exercise, it's understand why cause disease, why you need to work with a coach, just to sit down and not just give me the plan, give me the exercise, help me to find out what are the reasons.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, Ingrid. That is so powerful when you're sharing your story and how that relates. So how are you using FMCA's training in all that you do now?
Definitely, it totally changed the way how I was perceived my profession as a coach. I've been doing this already for almost 10 years, but I have to say the last year has been one of the most productive years in my life. I have a very good background in marketing and in business, but having this new knowledge and this new information that is all about helping people, serving people, go deeper in what they need, it helped me to actually train my whole team, create something new, and definitely elevate my business to a different level, and create programs that I used to create programs that were like 47. Now I have programs that cost $3,000. And people really see the value, because I learned something that is very positive, and it's helping people, it's changing lives. And I think it'd be ridiculous no wanted to improve, no wanted to be learning in the Functional Medicine Academy is the best thing, the best investment I can do myself. And I'm thinking about even do it for my team, because It's the best thing you can do to really communicate the real message. It's a responsibility as an influencer, having a good message. And it's a lot of competition out there. People really need to know the real message, what they need to do for have a better, happy, and healthy life.
Ingrid, we really appreciate you sharing that. And it's just so, I mean, it's really inspiring to hear that after 10 years of having all that coaching experience and how much you got out of doing the program at FMCA. So thank you. We really appreciate you sharing that. Manuela Bejarno is an industrial engineer. She has a master's in international business and she's a functional medicine certified health coach. Her journey into health and wellness started almost 8 years ago when she got married and realized she wants to be a mum. At the time, she had several chronic symptoms and found resolution with a functional medicine doctor. As soon as she realized the power of functional medicine, she discovered the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy and decided to enroll in September 2019. Manuela is the founder of Wellness on Stage, and has been helping women and families improve their well-being through changes in their habits and lifestyle. Welcome, Manuela. It's so good to see you again.
Thank you, Mahnaz. Same here.
Yeah, your educational background is that you're an industrial engineer. So many of our students, when they're considering the program, they come from a non-healthcare related field. So how would you be able to describe how you found the studies at FMCA, coming from that background? And what would you say to someone in a similar position, wondering if they can do it?
Yeah, thank you, Mahnaz, for the amazing introduction. Well, I would say to someone in a similar position that I really understand the feelings and the fear that you can experience when you come from a different background, right? Educational background. In my specific case, I was already really passionate about health and wellness. So I was researching all these topics on my own during my spare time. I was listening to all these podcasts, webinars, following doctors and even health coaches at the time on social media, listening to their videos and reading, right, etc. Many things I was doing. But I felt that I needed structure, like to the way I was learning all this information. And I needed some additional skills to be able to help other people make changes, the same changes probably that I had experienced myself. So this is when I found FMCA, and I'm so glad I did, because it kind of removed those fears away. And I was sure of the quality of information I was getting from the program. And it was easy for me to understand, even though I didn't come from a healthcare background. So at this point, Mahnaz, I want to share a personal experience that I had during the program, which confirms how supported you can feel when you come to a program like FMCA, not only from the course facilitators, but also the managers. So basically, before I started the program, I was not a mom yet. And it was funny because I decided that I was ready to try for a baby during one of our life training sessions at the very beginning. It was because one of our cohort friends was coaching me at the time. So a few weeks later, I became pregnant, and I was pregnant throughout the whole program during the pandemic and gave birth 2 months before the graduation date. So I was about to defer the program. As soon as I got to know, I said, you know what, I'm going to defer the program. I'm not going to be able to do this. But I stayed focused and finished on time, not only because this career change means a lot to me and people I can help, but also because the FMCA team supported me until the end. Basically, they were giving me flexibility with makeup sessions before I gave birth, and that's something that I really appreciate.
Oh, well, that just is a testament to your commitment and your perseverance and passion for what you were studying as well. So you were working with a pharmaceutical company when you decided to quit. And you've now, because that was your last job, and now you've started your own private practice as a functional medicine certified health coach. How did the training at FMCA help you to achieve this dream?
Yeah, it is definitely a dream come true, Mahnaz, because I'm able to be with my baby, 11-month baby now, and still be working towards my dream of getting wellness on stage on its feet. So as I said before, the training at FMCA made me feel confident that I had the best education, not only related to behavior change, positive psychology, but also related to the functional medicine approach that comes from the IFM framework, right? I had a toolkit. That's how I felt. I had a toolkit with me after the program to help people improve their lives. And I feel confident as well to discuss health-related topics with healthcare professionals, and also confident to explain like functional medicine concepts to people that might not know much about it. I also was lucky enough to meet wonderful, like-minded people. And as you can see, this is a great example. This wonderful group of Colombian women coaches willing to work together to get our profession recognized and standardized in our home country. Another important point is the hands-on experience that we had during the program. We had real coaching experience within the program, and we received feedback from the course facilitators and from our peers, our cohort friends, that help us improve and get better every day. Another point that I wanted to add here is that I'm currently part of the alumni program, and I love it because I have access to business webinars, access to job board, where I can see new job opportunities from clinics, from doctors. I've seen listings grow, I have to say, and that is extremely exciting for our profession. It means that the world really needs health coaches, and FMCA is doing a great job training professional ones.
Well, thank you, Manuela, for sharing all of those things. And I'm glad that the live training sessions were so beneficial to you on a personal level to that degree. So that's really great to hear. Okay, I'll move on to Martha Lafaurie. She is passionate about all topics that involve the integral health of the human being with a holistic vision. Mindfulness, positive psychology, character strength, functional medicine and yoga are now part of her lifestyle and the tools she uses with her clients to help them on their path to well-being. From her personal experience with chronic illnesses, she discovered that one of the purposes in her life is to share her experiences and knowledge in order to encourage others to take the reins of their health. She currently works in partnership with a renowned Colombian functional medicine doctor, Dr. Juan David Aristizabal. She conducts personalized virtual sessions nationally and internationally aimed at supporting, guiding, and motivating his patients and her clients to implement his protocols. So thanks for being here, Martha. You mentioned that one of the purposes in your life is to encourage others to take the reins of their life using the power of transformation that functional medicine coaching provides. How does what you've learned on the program help you to achieve that?
Well, hi, everyone. Thank you, Mahnaz. I'm very honored, as all of our peers have said, to be here today and be part of FMCA. Well, to your first question, as all of us here, most of us have said, we have struggled with something in our health, with some kind of health issue. I began with that before I got to FMCA. I had depression, as many people have, and some are like very afraid to accept or to tell others. I began with that, and as, for example, Manuela said, I began researching and following people, following functional medicine doctors, following mindfulness people, positive psychology people. And I began doing my own research for my health. I don't know why, but I was empowered to look for my own health. But I needed more. I needed more information. I needed a structure. I needed to know or to debunk a lot of myths that exist in our world about health. So I followed a renowned doctor that many of us know. His name is Mark Hyman. He's a very well-known doctor in the functional medicine world, and he was recommending FMCA. And I was, a little bit overwhelmed because there are a lot of health coaching institutes there open in the United States and all over the world. And what I saw first in FMCA was that it complemented everything that I was looking for: mindfulness, positive psychology, the functional tools, the functional medicine tools. It also had the coaching skills. It had everything that I was looking for at the moment and that I needed for myself. I was beginning to have a very open spiritual life because I understood that it is very important, not only food, not only to know that you have to exercise, not only to know that you have to apply some medicine and supplements to your life, but you also have to have a spiritual practice. And all those things I learned in FMCA. I feel those coaching skills, the motivational interviewing, the knowing about character strengths, for example, all these tools and the functional medicine toolkit help me empower myself. And these are the tools that I use with my clients to help them transform their lives. So to your first question, is all the combination of tools that FMCA gives us in the program that make me and I use with my clients to empower them and to take the reins of their health with them.
Well, all your clients are really fortunate to have you, considering you're doing all this with them. So because you are working with a renowned functional medicine doctor, I'm sure people will be really interested to know, what does that look like? Would you be able to describe a little bit about how that works?
Well, yes. At first I began working by myself independently with clients that came wanting to lose weight, for example. That was their first interest. But after being learning all this, what I told before in FMCA, all these tools, all these skills, I began noticing that people needed to know more than that. Their health was the first approach they should have concern with to battle all the other things they needed, for example, weight. So it was very fulfilling to begin working with a doctor because it was more health related, and the clients were more interested in health than in physical looks. So it has been very fulfilling because I feel that I can deeply help my clients. I can deeply help his clients, the doctor clients, because as I don't remember who said that at first here in the webinar, Johanna, I think. Doctors have their toolkit, but they have a gap to fill. And that gap is filled by us, the health coaches. They help a lot of a patient, but they take them to a point in which they can do no more if they don't have a health coach, because clients go to their home with the prescription. They go with all that they have to do, but they need to make changes, very important changes in their lives, and that's where I enter the doctor's consultation, the doctor's partnership. And this doctor has Juan David. He's a very empathic doctor. I really appreciate and admire him, because he really applies functional medicine, what functional medicine means in the world. He hears the client and he understands how a health coach, how I can make a difference to his patients, how a person can take his prescription but go home and do nothing, and then come back 2 months later and he can see that there are no results unless a person goes to a health coach, and this health coach helps the client go through all this little changes or big changes that he has to make to really have an impact in their health. So it has been fulfilling and challenging because I have to learn a lot. I have a lot of knowledge that I have to like be on top of with, because there are many terms, many chronic issues, many chronic illnesses, and many approaches that a doctor needs to teach a health coach, or that I need to learn or be on top of with to help a client. For example, know or understand their lab results. I help them drive through all those misunderstanding myths and all the knowledge that a functional medicine doctor needs to inform a patient, but has no time to do it. So it has very fulfilling, very challenging, but I'm so grateful to be working with him.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Marta. And I think other doctors need to look at what Dr. Juan David is actually doing and copy his way of working. So thank you for sharing all of that.
He actually understands that health coaches are key to the health of a patient, and that more and more doctors have to include health coaching in their practice.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so now we come to Myriam Llano. Thank you for being here. It's so good to have you. Myriam is an expert on the relationship between women and food. She is a globally recognized nutritionist and coach. She shows women that it's possible to heal emotional eating and become truly nourished. Myriam is the creator of Divine Renewal, a revolutionary program that bridges the gap among emotional eating, nutrition, and spirituality. And she recently launched Divine Renewal Espanol. Women in this program are supported in creating an intimate connection with food and their body. Myriam emphasizes spiritual nutrition, suggesting that we are nourished by many things besides food. Her clients and students heal through recognizing what they are truly hungry for and learning to feed not just their bodies, but their spirits. So I have I would say a two-part question for you, because we're going to look at the present moment and the future. And by that, I mean, you're actually in the program at this time, and you recently held a congress with, I think, tens of thousands of attendees. So what was it like for you creating all of this while being on the program? I'll start with that first. You'll need to unmute.
Thank you, Mahnaz. Thank you so much for that introduction, and thank you for the invitation. How did it feel? It felt very empowering. It felt very empowering because I think this is one of those questions that I'm not sure if the chicken or the egg or what came first. But what I truly know is that the future of medical care is really and truly empowering clients, and coaches are part of it. So doing this Congress, of course, it was no small task whatsoever, because it was bringing that whole awareness of what functional medicine is and what is out there and the possibilities of healing and what that looks like. And of course, as I was planning all of that, I was also in school, and I am still in school. And it's really been an incredible compliment, because it's just only empowered me. It's empowered me because what we do experience at FMCA is really a lot of skills that really needed to be polished up, and that, like Marta says, they're renewing themselves constantly. And I think FMCA is at the edge and leading that change that is happening. So not only was I getting the information intellectually, but I was also getting the support, as you very well know, from just the community, the people, and really just incredible cheerleaders. And one of the things that I find so amazing while taking the course is that you might not know it. You think you're there because of whatever your personal reason is, whether it's further education, to enhance your way of really healing is one of them, which is a very common one. But truly what's also happening in that situation is you're expanding your way of thinking. You're really connecting to other thoughts and thought leaders and how to look, just not looking at food, but that whole concept of what really is integrative, which is what is oneness, what is the whole. We are just not our body, but we're our mind, we're our spirit, we're our emotions. And so it does help us expand ourselves even at a personal level so we can bring this forward into the world. So the combination between the two was massive and expansive to only be able to reach even more people than we projected for the first Congress of Functional Medicine for Latin America.
Well, that's really inspiring to hear. So this Congress has significant implications for the growth and future of functional medicine coaching in Colombia and in fact Latin America itself. What does all that look like moving forward?
I think that's a big question, because I think what we need to understand first is that there's a path that needs to be created between illness and wellness. And as of now, as what we have seen so far is we've seen tremendous amounts of chronic inflammation happening in the world as we speak, more things developing. And unfortunately, I feel that we need to bring this to awareness, is that Latin America and Colombia is just really truly a baby just giving birth in something that has been around for now quite some time. And so there's a huge responsibility to really, really start seeing functional coaching, functional medicine. And I always say this, functional is the way that we are evolving. I truly believe is the future. It's the way of looking at things from a different level. When I think Colombia is going to definitely, one of the things that I found in the Congress, as I was looking for where these functional people were, I found that there was a very strong functional medical community within Colombia. Where do I see this? I only see this growing and expanding as all these chronic illnesses continue to grow. And so much of them are really the underlying effect has to be with lifestyle, has to be with nutrition. And very much like Marta said, the doctor can prescribe, the doctor can be an investigator, but in every investigation, we do need some help. And that help is really what the coaches bring forth. I mean, coaches bring forth incredible skills that allow for that collaborative team to even be much more upscale, and we bring hope to people, hope that wellness is achievable, hope that you can have your dreams and your body back, and that there is a way in a certain lifestyle that is really we have forgotten. And so when we work along with these doctors, we really it creates a dynamic and a synergy that the client feels that it is possible. Coaches bring, they just don't bring the education that we get at FMCA is incredible skills. It's behavior change, is ways of eating, it's nutrition, is stages of change. How about positive psychology? Positive psychology, I remember even myself as a person who's been in this business now for, should I give away my age? For a person who's been in this business for 23 years, I remember hearing positive psychology for the first time, and it was just a singular thing that you actually went to look for, to get certified on. And now it's just part of the way that we're coaching and the way that FMCA is really giving people the skills and the tools to be able to help really what's happening in the future with functional medicine and functional coaching.
Oh, that's really, honestly, it's so inspiring to hear all of you. And I'm thinking anyone that listens to this in Colombia, they have such a beautiful foundation. They've got so much support and they've got so much to look up to in terms of all that you're doing. So, this is an incredible community for them to be part of. All of you amazing functional medicine coaches in Colombia. Thank you all so much for being here and sharing a little of your lives and your stories. Thank you. Okay, back to you, Jen.
Thank you, Mahnaz. And thank you so much to all of our graduates and one current student. And thank you all again for joining us. As I said earlier, enrollment will open soon for our September 2021 class, but we'll give you a hot tip. This is being filmed in June. We just opened enrollment for those on our early interest list. If you'd like the best tuition that will be offered this enrollment, we encourage you to go to our website and add your name to the list. But regardless, we really would love you to reach out with any questions. We would love to meet you. You can email us at admissions@functionalmedicinecoaching.org or schedule an admissions appointment with us on our website. We look forward to hearing from you. Together, we can make a big difference in the lives of people around the world with the effective combination of health coaching and functional medicine. Thank you.
Thank you.